Good afternoon. It's Vandalyn Smith here, coming to you from my home here in Birmingham, Alabama. And I wanted to come on video and expound upon the post that I did earlier about saying instead of you praying or instead of you fussing, you should be praying. And many of you may know, or maybe you don't know, that I recently came back from a business trip in Phoenix, Arizona. And so I set up myself to fly on standby for this trip. This is my first time flying standby. I have a family member that actually works for the airline, and she was able to get me some good rates on tickets flying standby. So I took a chance to fly standby. Smooth sailing, going to the event. But when I came back, my connecting flight from Atlanta back home to Birmingham, I ended up having to be bumped from the flight that I was the flight that I was scheduled to be on. It was full. It was overbooked and it was full, so I wasn't able to fly out as early as I was supposed to. And so I was talking to my husband about it, and he was just fussing. He was fussing, saying that you shouldn't have taken these tickets. You should have, booked regular tickets. He was just going on and on and on about why I shouldn't have flown standby. And so, I had to kill the noise. I had to immediately hang up from him because he was making me feel discouraged, and it was a point in the time where, and you know what, actually, I jumped ahead of myself. This was actually the flight from Phoenix to Atlanta that it was threatening to be filled up because there were a lot of people, and they were saying that I might not get on the flight because, the flight seemed to be overbooked. Now, this was kind of scary to me because here I am in Phoenix, far away from home, and I didn't want to become stuck in the airport. So yeah, he was fussing at me at that point. And so I, got off the phone with him and I went into prayer mode. Asking God, thanking God for my flight, thanking God for my seat on the plane that was getting ready to leave. I was thanking God for my seat, and lo and behold, they called my name to get on. So I was able to get on the plane with no problems. But it made me think, because after I got on the plane, I texted my husband back and I told him, instead of fussing about the situation that was at hand, he should have been praying for me to get on that flight. And so I had to immediately hang up from him and start praying about getting on that flight, versus sitting there listening to him fuss about why I didn't make better choices about the flight or whatever. And so I wanted to expound upon that because that's what we should be doing with our lives. If with anything that is happening in our lives, situations that occur, instead of fussing about it, we should pray about it. Instead of worrying about it, we should pray about it. Instead of pondering, thinking, wishing, hoping, we should give our concerns to God and just allow him to work them out for us, because fussing, it's not going to do nothing but add stress. Worrying, same thing, add stress. Give our cares and concerns to God and allow him to work those things out for us. So I just wanted to come on here and share because, prayer works. Fussing, at the moment, you may be tempted to fuss, you may be tempted to worry, but fussing still keeps you stuck in that same situation. It's not solving the problem for you, and it's not providing a solution. So, give God your concerns, give God your cares. I just wanted to come on here and share that bit of a testimony with you and that insight with you, because I just I thought it was weird. And then also I want to say this, sometimes you have to shut off the noise. Just like I said, I had to cut him off because he was fussing and being, he was being discouraging. And that was causing me to go into to be discouraged. And I realized I couldn't sit there. It wasn't a time. It was a critical time where I needed to be in prayer mode. So I had to cut him off. And sometimes that's what you have to do with people in your life and things in your life, even the things of your mind, the enemy. When the enemy is feeding you negativity, is feeding you things that are not serving to your life and not serving to the things that you want to be and the things that you know you're called to do, you have to cut them off. Cut them off immediately and go into prayer mode. Go into a mode that's going to be positive for you, that's going to help you come out of that situation versus being in negativity mode. Because if you continue to listen to people that are discouraging, condescending, maybe, you'll end up spiraling into a situation where you don't want to be. So I just want to share this information with you, bring that to you, and expound upon my post from this morning. So I hope that this has helped you. If so, leave me a comment below the video and let me know if this has helped you out. And please share this out if you so will. And I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Have a good day.